What's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, episode 27. And I got two special guests. I have VVX, I have Seldom, and I have Dino. What's going on with y'all?
Be Gucci.
Living.
So, first thing first I want to ask is, how did y'all come up with the name VVX?
So it's kind of a play on two things. So the first one being VVS diamonds being the highest clarity in diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a play on that. So just changing the S to X. And then in Roman numerals, V equals 5 and X equals 10. So it's like two halves equal whole. Mm-hmm. Her and I coming together. So it's just like 5 plus 5 equals 10.
Okay. So how long y'all been producing separately? How long y'all been doing that for?
Well, for me, I started in 11th grade, which is 09. I started producing since 09. And ever since then, it's been history. Had a lot of friends that rapped, so I just started producing.
Okay, and what about you, Dino?
I started in about 08.
08?
Yeah, and that was just because I was like in band when I was in school, so music was just always a part of it. And then I had a couple of friends that wanted to do like rock music, so I was just kind of joining them, and we were recording like on a shitty little computer.
Army?
No, it was before that, man.
Shit.
Before that.
Hey, man, as a DJ, I remember when I first started DJing at 15, I had the virtual DJ on the desktop.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I had to use the effects and stuff like that.
Yeah,
man.
I had to quickly drag the song and time.
Yeah, man. So Dino, so you was more on rock.
Well, I mean, in band it was like, you know, jazz and whatever
jazz.
else they did in band. But then when I got out of that, I started doing music on my own. It was like metal, like punk and metal.
Okay, so
yeah.
So how did all this happen? Because I'm pretty sure you was with what the R&B hip hop.
Yeah, I was basically R&B hip hop. I mean, you can say that, but my influences was like Cudi at the time.
Yeah, Cudi.
So it was like that type of realm of production. So whether it's R&B, hip hop, I don't know, but yeah. And it was techno. I love techno.
So the whole group started when? How did y'all even meet?
That was with Matt.
Yeah, through Matt the rapper from the Nobody. Shout out to Matt. Shout out to Ja.
Okay.
Yeah, he was making a debut project at the time, and he needed like something to help him finish it up. So, Ja told me to hit up Matt and see what's popping. And actually, I let Ja, I hit him up through Twitter when it started popping, and see if he wanted to be on my beats. And he said yeah. And Dino happened to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was recording at Fatal Studios at the time. And he was like, what the fuck? And he invited me to be an intern at the studio at the time. And since then, it's been like a relationship. Not like, you know, but like a...
like, you know.
Like a business relationship. So, our sound meshed together at the time, was making like extraordinary shit. Mm-hmm. Like past it, what was that, 2012, 2013, was making like stuff that resonates now back then. Mm-hmm. So we just kind of just stuck with it. Like, you just rare to find producers you mesh with, compatible in sound, because you know the whole 808 heavy, trap heavy things out now. So finding him, and he's not so trap heavy or so 808 heavy, but still has those abilities, and it was like a blessing in disguise. So I was like, man, I'm not letting this nigga go.
Because y'all both have different sounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all. I know pretty much y'all was in the studio and y'all was just listening to y'all sounds. Y'all was trying to, I don't know, like as a producer, I never made beats before. So I don't know how it works where, like, okay, she like this or he like this, I can put my sound in her sound or vice versa. That's how it all started.
It's like, so like with the Matt song.
Yeah.
What was the name again of that one?
Straight Though.
Straight Though.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that record, and it was just like, she brought such a different sound to hip hop in that sound. So I was just like, yo, this is phenomenal. So when I had her come through, like the way that I think it kind of initially started was, we would just pull up an empty project and just start banging away at a keyboard. Mm-hmm. And then from there, we just like, okay, I like this part, I like this part, I like this part. Let's get rid of this, and then let's keep building with what we have here. And then like now, a lot of times because we're so busy, she'll do something and then she'll send it to me, and then I dissect that and add to it, or vice versa.
Well, mostly me sending him. I don't like him sending me stuff because I don't have the program he uses to do.
So y'all pretty much like Cool and Drift. pretty much. Like not the same sound.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about terms of like the teamwork. You know, to the like. I may be in LA, but I'm gonna send you this from Miami so you can fix it up.
I mean, this one time he went to Chicago and he had to mix the whole EP in Chicago. So
on vacation.
The EP you heard on she's out now. On the website, fido.com. He actually was like, okay, deadline, you have to release this now. You can't miss. You already missed like, what, 2 deadlines already?
Yeah.
He was like, come on, bro. Like, okay, cool. Every day he sent a track. Each time it was like, yo, okay, if this mix is bad, send another one. It was like, yeah, we got it. Because now, like, we're in a world where it's like, you don't even have to be in studios. And what's a studio, by the way? Like, if you know how to produce and do everything on your own, what is a studio? So
exactly.
It's basically like bouncing off of stems and create off in your own space when you're comfortable is best. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm comfortable around him in the studio, but at the same time, if I'm at the moment I'm not inspired for that track, I can go home and take it home and I can work on it.
Okay, so y'all pretty much, you know, y'all love working together, but it be times where y'all just want to kick back in your own realm and just...
Times we want to, but necessarily not because we want to, it's because we all work. You know, we both work. I work nights now, he works days, so it's kind of a conflict of scheduling. So, but whenever we can work, we work. Okay. So it's not like we all right, nigga, stay over there. I don't want you to come over here. It's none of that. It's
I'm mad at you.
Yeah, I'm mad at you. Don't come over.
But
no matter what, we always come together. I mean, he took a hiatus, and I was here when he came back. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, I was gone for like a year.
Yeah, he had a whole camp going. Like, can't drop names.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Denzel came through, Nell came through, 12 then came through. Wow. It was LS came through. Who else?
MTFR,
Ja. Everybody in the scene
Culture,
came through.
Yeah.
But it was like he was the only person engineering. Like, I can help him with beats, but I can't help him with engineering. So it kind of like overwhelmed him, choked it out. Choked him out because he was dealing with his house situation, his moving situation, and it was like, all right, whatever. We just stopped. But now we're in a better place. Now he's in a better place where we want to produce for what we want to produce for. Yeah. So we won't get so extradited.
Burnt out,
with other people's stuff. Don't get me wrong. Everybody can make money and do that thing. But when you become a slave to your craft, it becomes a job you don't want to do anymore. Yeah. And you don't want to be a slave. And, you know, like, people find out you do something, everybody wants to refer you, which is cool. But if you don't mess with them, what's that beneficial to your company or brand? Exactly. So, through the whole Fatal Camp, that was like a whole trying to bring the underground through that portal. But it was just too much. It was just way too much.
There's like so many secret albums
in the laptop.
Like there's like literally hundreds of songs in the laptop from like just 2 years of work. And
y'all gotta send me. Y'all gotta have me in the studio and let me listen to these songs.
Hey, you know, if you want to release DJ and all of this, you feel me?
Listen, now. Before, you know, I want to talk about your hiatus, and before we go into the EP and about the whole where y'all started from, like how y'all started, you know, because I like asking people that, where does y'all inspiration of music started from when y'all was younger? Because we all had that when we was young. When it comes to the music, to the mixtape game, a lot of people said that the mixtape game is kind of dwelled off because of the streaming, and I feel like you can't really blame streaming. You could kind of streaming is like, I think it help us, you know, as mixtape. Cause I consider myself a mixtape DJ. You know, when I first came in the game, I was a mixtape DJ. I just think that nowadays we don't have that excitement of exclusive music. You know, like, you know, back in the day, like when Jay-Z dropped something,
DJ Drama.
Yeah, Drama and stuff like that, Lil Wayne and all them, like, it was more of, damn, like, shit, I'm waiting for the next mixtape, you know what I'm saying? So, with the tracks and stuff that's unreleased, you know, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. But, I want to start with you, Dino. Where did the love of music like start from? Like, where did it start?
Man, I think I really got into it when I joined band in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So like 11 years old, right? That's like when you go into middle school. So like
about
No,
that.
nigga, 14. Nigga.
That's high school, man. I know math. That's 4 plus 4 is 8. All right. So yeah, I think it started there, and because I had picked up like the trombone, and then I studied. I was in band, middle school, high school, was in symphonic band, all state, was in jazz band. You know, like it's just something that like just stuck with me. And then because of that, I was in marching band. We played hip hop. We played stuff that was on the radio, but we also played classical pieces. We also played like things that were like from the '60s and whatever. So hearing that allowed me to also kind of explore music. And then my family. I grew up in a Hispanic family, so it's like you have a lot of Hispanic music every single morning you wake up. But my mom is Puerto Rican, so you get like the Caribbean influence. And my father's Guatemalan, so I get a lot of Central American influence.
Yeah.
So that alone is already weird. And then on top of that, my father was like into like Aerosmith, and my mom was like into the Beatles and ABBA. So it's like I just heard like
everything.
You heard everything. Yeah,
Across the board.
And then I have 2 older siblings, and then they were going through their hip hop phase. So then that's when I got into that. So it's just
prism of music, bro.
It's just everywhere. Everywhere I went was just something different. You know, I didn't have a choice but to like it.
That's crazy. Cause like I'm Bahamian descent, so I got the Caribbean in me. So every time I used to wake up, my mom, not just Caribbean music, but like she used to play like the old school Ozzy Brothers, and then on Sundays it'd be gospel music and things and stuff like that. My grandma, she was in the choir at the church, and then like I learned later I had 2 successful uncles. My grand uncle, which was my grandma brother, he was the head drummer in the Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Nice.
And then I forgot the name of the other band, but they like old school, like long time ago. They was what I forgot the name, but he it stopped.
Just keep it going.
Oh, yeah, but I forgot, but he was like a singer, whatever. I forgot what band it was, whatever. But I learned that I was meant to be in the music because of everyone that was in that was in music. I got cousins right now that's rappers, that's singers, that's up and coming.
Yeah.
So with me, 26 years old, I'm still young, but I'm kind of seeing my cousins 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. I can somehow guide them and be like make sure that you market yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, man. So Seldom, when you first started, with music.
Well, I'm the only child. I dabbled in a lot of different things. I actually started up was constant music. I started up rapping in church. And
You was rapping in church?
Yeah, it was for Black History Month. I think I remember
okay.
like look into my eyes and you see what I see. Black History Month is a time to believe, a time. Some shit, but I was doing that in church, but I was rapping in front of a lot of Africans. So imagine me rapping, and people barely can speak English in front of the whole. They liked when they saw me on stage, but So I was in this whole thing. Like I kept rapping over Akon beats. I didn't like hip hop beats at the time. I kept rapping on Akon beats. I kept rapping on Usher beats and everything like that. But I'm like, why am I rapping on these beats? So I stopped. I went into drawing. I went into dancing, and Mr. Davis had a class called electronic music. The thing about me though, I took every beginning class of music. I took band 1, I took electronic 1, I took chorus 1, I took keyboard 1. So like it's always been in there. But when I got to electronic 1 music, it was like I had this friend named Tokyo. She already knew about GarageBand. She came to class. She showed me her records. I'm like, damn, bro, I want to do that. And I picked that up, and I just started working in GarageBand, yada, yada, yada. Then I met some of my homies from Norland, because I used to go to Norland. I just came to Miramar. They came from Norland, came there, and they started rapping. So I was like, okay, let me just take this more seriously. So I just started producing. Like, my mom's African to the T, and I don't like African music because of the influence from her, because it would be played like the same song, but in different rhythms. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be the same gospel song and like 20 different like variations. So like I kind of got tired of it, but it didn't influence me because I do play the conga. And I started listening to Pharrell, Missy, all that. Then I discovered the